This is Movies in Contemplation with Jarokk and...
Oh, am I talking to
Jesus, yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Spike them fucking levels.
Hi, everybody. This is Cali. I hope everyone is keeping nice and warm while we watch movies and contemplate them for you.
In ASMR fashion.
Yes. Does that sound good?
Put me in your left ear, Chuck.
Listen real close. Okay.
Moving on.
Yeah, we just watched some chick do ASMR and I had to do it.
Tits exposed.
Oh.
Not, it was, well, yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the pillow cover was out a little bit.
A little.
A little bit.
I've never heard of that.
The pillows were out of the covers for a little bit. What is it, a sheet, a cover? The pillow what cover?
Pillowcase.
That's what I meant. The pillowcase.
Same thing.
Wine. The wine.
Oh my
All right,
God.
moving on. So, hi everybody, welcome back. So, we've got a Jarokk pick today. We're talking Die Hard, bitches.
Yeah.
1988, directed by John McTiernan. Writers Jeb Stewart and Roderick Thorpe. We will get there, as usual. Some drama.
There's always drama in your movies.
There's always drama
Always.
backstage
Like,
in my
yeah.
films. I tell you, I love that. I love the dramas. So, starring, ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Willis, John McClane, Detective, Bonnie Bedelia, and Reginald Vell Johnson. Pretty much this movie...
Hold up.
Hold.
The
Yes.
late Alan Rickman as well.
Oh my God, Alan.
How dare you forget?
Oh, I didn't forget.
You just didn't
I
mention
missed-
it?
His name is on the bottom of my list.
Wait, like
Not on no, in fucking IMDb. I'm looking
literally
at the
or
fucking,
figuratively?
on the fucking IMDb. His name's he's fucking like 8 people down,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't see it. I'm sorry, Alan.
No, I'm just giving you shit.
I'm sorry, Alan. So yes, and obviously the late Alan Rickman, Rip.
Yeah, rip.
Yeah, R.I.P. for real. So this movie, 1988, very good. This movie made a lot of people's careers in the film business.
Yeah. What made you pick this movie first, but hold that wine first?
Yeah.
I picked Colossal. I was kind of worried to get this wine because it had, like, like some of those, like, cheap bottom of the shelf wines. Those are the ones that usually have the sticker that says that they won all these awards and stuff. And this one has one, so I was a little hesitant, but this was the only one I can think of that would have anything to do with Die Hard.
Yeah.
But
No, it's good. Good choice.
yeah, it was surprisingly good.
Colossal. I enjoyed this wine, and honestly, I can see why it has awards. It won awards because it was very dark, very heavy, our kind of wine.
Yeah, it's very, very tasty. So the one wine that deserves a sticker of whatever it's called.
A sticker of awards.
Of approval.
Sticker of justice.
Top 100 wines of 2017, if you were interested.
Yeah. World's talking pig.
Okay, back to my original question. What made you pick this movie? Why do you like it?
So, this movie, it really did. This movie changed the action genre in the beginning of the late 80s and all of that. I like this movie a lot. I do have my problems with it. I picked it because, number one, it's close to Christmas.
Yeah.
And we're getting there. But I also picked this because everybody loves this movie.
Everybody loves this movie.
I'm getting on my own. I'm getting on Facebook, and I'm seeing, it's not Christmas until John McClane throws Hans Gruber off Nakatomi Tower. It's okay. So that's pretty much why I chose this film, because I'm seeing it everywhere, and I'm like, this must be fate. We need to talk about it.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about it.
Let's do it.
So we start off on an airplane. John McClane is on an airplane, nervous flyer, and a guy sitting next to him is all like, oh, you must hate flying. Now, watching the character and everything, I did not get that John McClane was scared of flying. He gripped the seat. That's all we really get. He just seems as cool as a cucumber, in my opinion.
Well, honestly, like, I feel like there are certain people that will make that you fly with, like next to you, they're strangers, find any type of in to talk to you. I personally do not like talking to people.
Oh no,
on planes.
if I'm not asleep, I'm fake asleep.
Yeah, I do what I do at work. Like when I'm on my break, I'll put my headphones in. I'm watching something. I'm in the zone. Don't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this guy, hey, you're a nervous flyer.
Nervous flyer. Yeah, you know what works for me?
Yeah.
When you get to your destination, take your shoes off, stay on the carpet, make your feet into a fist. Works wonders, trust me.
I've never heard anything like that in my life.
Neither have I. Neither have I.
He's like a business guy. Like, hi, Bob something. Which way is business? I don't know.
Bob Business.
Yeah. Bob Executive.
Bob Executive.
Yeah.
So, McClane is all like, how'd you guess, da-da-da. So then they get up, they land, and McClane's getting his luggage, and you see his gun.
Peeking out.
Just on the
his
plane.
jacket.
Back in the day, I guess, when you could just, wear a gun on a plane and nobody asked questions. It's okay, I'm a cop. I've been doing this 11 years. And then he walks by the stewardess, who eye fucks the shit out of him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she just eye fucks the shit out of him, and he's kind of like, okay, well, welcome to Los Angeles, I guess.
Yeah, he's carrying a really big teddy bear.
Yeah. And apparently there's a deleted scene where he, says something to the stewardess, and he's like, yeah, it's okay. She's underage or some shit. Then the stewardess is like, I'm not.
Oh.
It's like invitation.
She wanted the D. She wanted the D.
So now we're at Nakatomi Tower, and we're dealing with...
Say it again. What's it called?
Is it Nakatomi?
I don't know.
Nakatomi? I feel like I say it wrong every fucking time.
Oh, no. It sounds like this old story when I was... Hey, excuse me. I'm trying to talk over here. What is he barking at? He's barking at our laundry detergent.
He sure the fuck is.
Oh, my God, dude.
It's all. It's free and clear.
Let me put the bad man away.
He really... Oh, my God, he's charging. Put the bad man up.
Okay, he's gone.
He's gone.
That was funny. Anyway, this story of this Chinese kid that has the longest name ever. If I say it wrong, Ricky Tiki Tembo No Surembo Charibari Bucci Bitberry Tembo.
What?
It's an old kid story.
Oh.
He fell down a well and his brother kept trying to find people to help him, but he kept having to say his name over and over again, the long name, and yeah. Anyway, weird tangent, but go on.
Yeah. So then we're dealing with Miss Holly McClane, or Gennaro, excuse me, Holly Gennaro. We're dealing with her at her office building. We're kind of meeting everybody. We meet Ellis, the coked out goofy fuck.
Okay, there aren't enough words in this freaking universe that we live in that cannot describe my absolute hatred
For Ellis?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For Ellis.
Yeah, he's stupid.
That guy did a really good job because I could not stand him, but there's always that kind of guy in business offices.
Yeah. No, I hate to love him because the actor sold me on how much I hated Ellis. I was like, you're
yeah. You can bet he...
Han, booby, I'm your white knight.
You can tell he's like one of those guys that does the whole like finger gun shooting thing, like pow, pow, pow. Yeah, buddy.
I'm making 8 billion sales a week. What are you doing, pal? I got my life on the line here, pal. Okay, John? Known you a long time. Anywho, you meet Ellis. And then we switch back to McClane, and then we meet a driver, the limo driver, Argyle. Strong name, Argyle.
Good socks, too.
Good socks, Argyle socks. Uncle Argyle. So, we meet Argyle, the young limo driver dude. Another comedic relief. Ellis, obviously, comedic relief.
Yeah.
So we meet Argyle. He's giving John a ride to the office.
Very nosy.
Very nosy. John gets in the front seat like a strong man. Well, like most men that aren't used to, I guess, the business class. The big fuck, I'm not getting in the back. I'm not some big shot. I'm going to sit up front. Fuck it. This is weird. It's like, would you do that? Do you do that in a cab, John?
Yeah. I did that when I did my first Uber. I sat in the front seat. I didn't know what you did for an Uber, but...
I don't know. Fuck. Let's just drive.
Yeah. Shut up and drive.
Shut up and drive. Yeah. So then John gets to Nakatomi and he's walking around. He has this hilarious moment where he's like, he picks up champagne that I swear was red wine.
It was more like cranberry juice.
Or cranberry juice
that's what
or
it
something.
Looked like.
Yeah.
Very thin wine.
Oh, that's right. Because Nakatomi, the dude, the boss, was like, some watered down champagne. So I guess he watered everything down. So smart. You don't want your employees to get drunk at a fucking office party.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
So John's walking around, and then this random guy comes up and kisses John. And John, best reaction. He kisses John. John doesn't get mad. John doesn't do it. He just looks, he smiles, and he goes, fucking California.
What does that mean? Like, Californians are lovey-touchy?
I suppose. I don't really know. What are we doing, Opie? You're so fucking...
Oh, he's getting his ball.
Okay.
He is very active today. Of course he is.
Of course he is. We're recording.
Well, while we're recording, yeah.
Anywho, John McClane, gay guy.
Yeah.
Well, non-gay guy. We don't know gay guy.
He's just having such a good time at the party that...
Yeah.
Or maybe it was a game. Maybe someone dared him. Like, the next guy that walks into the party, you gotta kiss him.
That's smart.
A party dare.
Yeah, party dare. Yeah, that could be it. So he's party daring. Goes up. John finally... Well, I missed this. Holly is so bizarre. Like, I don't really... Not bizarre, but my thing with Holly is she is hating on John. She's all like, oh, I'm not... married anymore, even though she is. So Holly, she shows so much like disdain. She slams the picture down, foreshadow. Mm-hmm. You know, obviously feet with the fists, foreshadow. But she slams down the picture. She just doesn't want to look at him. She's like, oh, fuck you, John. You know, all this shit. And then when he walks into the office,
oh yeah,
she's all, oh, John.
Well, I told you this when we were watching.
You did.
Like, if you're in like a fight with your significant other and you haven't seen them in a while, they're in another state, like they are or were. It's easy to hate someone you don't see. Yeah. But what's that something? Absence makes the heart
go fonder.
Yeah, grow fonder. Yeah. Well, that's the first time she's seen him in a long time, and of course, there's going to be that initial lightning bolt of attraction. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, John.
John. And you got Ellis. Show him the watch. Randomly. Just fucking out of nowhere. What fucking watch?
Yeah, what fucking watch?
Like, you don't explain and you just show him the watch later. What watch? Who gave you a watch? Like, what is this watch for?
See, I thought I missed something.
Foreshadow.
That she recently got like a promotion, and sometimes, or back then, like I've seen it in other movies where they get something like a watch. Yeah. Maybe that's it, and she didn't want to. I don't know. I kept trying to think of the watch thing, but I think it was just, don't forget that watch. It's gonna come up later.
Yeah, foreshadow.
Foreshadow.
Another foreshadow, like 3 foreshadows so far.
Yeah.
Keep them going.
Like right out of the gate.
Right. So the Mr. Nakatomi, I'm going to call him Mr. Nakatomi because I don't know what his damn name is. But what's his nuts? Nakatomi and then Ellis, they leave. And Holly and John are speaking, and Holly's all like, John, I really missed you. You know, the kids will love to we want you to stay with us. You know, I got a room prepped, missed you. And then John lets out I guess you didn't miss my name though, huh? Ooh, you changed it to Gennaro. Well, John, the Japanese, they don't really want married women. But you are a married woman, Holly! Just yelling. They get into an argument. She goes back out. And now we got a truck coming up outside. Goes into the 2 security guards. Now, first off, you got a big-ass office party like this. You've only got 2 security guards that work there. You got an inside vault with billions of dollars in this building. You only have 2 security guards.
It's Christmas.
And the whole fucking building. And I don't even know if they were packing.
Nothing can go wrong during Christmas.
Right. It's just interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's just, walk into a building with a vault in it and there's only 2 fucking dudes guarding it.
And they're pulling into the garage or like the under garage or something.
Yeah.
You would think, again, with a business like that, you would need some type of key. There would be like a not that would stop them.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would bust right through it, but still, like some type of security thing to get you
into the garage.
Yeah.
Or a guard or somebody, ticket taker.
Mm-hmm. I bet they don't validate if they did.
I guess they didn't. It's not really LA then. But so now we've got these guys come out, kill the security guards, go upstairs, and now we start getting Dark Knight on the motherfucker. Or you could say we start getting fucking Die Hard on Dark Knight. Probably Die Hard on Dark Knight, but
Die Hard on Dark Knight.
Yeah, it's the same scene essentially.
No, I know, but it just sounded cool. Die Hard on
Dark Knight.
Oh, that's a title somewhere. I don't know.
Somewhere. So they roll in there. You see Hans Gruber, Alan Rickman. He's in his attire. He's in his Sunday's best.
Yeah, like a really nice suit.
Yeah, and I like this because I don't remember if this was John McTiernan or if this was Alan Rickman. I didn't know if either one of them suggested, but they wanted Hans Gruber to be in the suit. They wanted him to look business because I think they were just going to put him in like tactical gear or some shit like what the other guys were wearing. But he was like, no, we got to make this guy suave as fuck. We need him to be nice. So Rickman is now corralling everyone up. He's walking around. He's trying to find Mr.
Harvey Dent.
He's trying to find Harvey Dent. He's like, Harvey Dent, you know where Harvey Dent is? So he's looking around for Agent Harvey Dent. And he finds him. And then he starts talking. He was all nice to him. He's all like, how do you do? Yeah. Carl, big ass Carl, come bring him out. They start talking suits. They start talking like bridges and shit. You find out Hans is actually really smart because he reads Forbes and Time magazine.
Yeah, I guess that makes you smart.
Essentially our Facebook nowadays. So he's always...
Yeah, throw in the New Yorker and then boom, you're a fucking genius.
You're a fucking god amongst men. So Hans, very interesting character. He is now talking to Mr. Nakatomi and he's trying to get his... what's that guy's name?
When they came in, while you're looking that up, they're coming out with, guns and shit, like scaring people. There was that couple that was fucking in one of the...
Oh, that's right. They were fucking on the desk. Can you just see her coming out, her tits out?
Yeah, she had it was weird. She had a business blouse, but she didn't have a bra. I don't remember seeing a bra.
Probably on the floor.
Yeah, but still her blazer was on. Like her arms were in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. But hey,
maybe she wasn't wearing one.
Maybe she wasn't wearing one. She was really wanting some living, and she didn't get it. Poor thing.
Poor thing.
Yeah, poor thing. But what guy?
Oh, Theo, the nerd. He's a nerd dude.
Is he the short blonde hair?
No. Oh. No, Theo is the black guy with glasses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Theo was the black guy with glasses. He was the
tech guy.
The tech guy, yeah. So he's running around, and Theo and Carl make a bet. Carl. They make a bet on if Hans is going to kill, or if Nakatomi is going to make a deal. James Shigeta? I don't know what his damn name is. Takaki. I don't know what his damn name is. Nakatomi. We're calling him Nakatomi. I already said it. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to make a deal. I mean, the two have a bet that Nakatomi is not going to give up information to Hans.
Yes.
Carl says that he is. Theo says that he isn't, right? So Hans has one of the best looks. Like, you see Theo goes, I told you. And then Carl goes, it's not over yet. And then you see Hans just look at the two of them like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's so funny. Hans looks back at Nakatomi and he's like, I want this information. Nakatomi's like, I don't have it. You're just going to have to kill me. He pulls the fucking trigger. Doesn't even hesitate. He's just like, okay, we'll do it the hard way. Yeah. Ruthless as fuck.
Oh my God,
holy shit.
That's when shit, not that it hasn't gotten real, but it gets really real.
It gets really real, yeah. John's hiding. John's like, holy shit. Oh, and his feet. He does the feet thing. That's why he's running around in this movie without his shoes on.
Oh!
I personally would have preferred him to just be getting dressed and then they come in when he has his shoes fucking off. Instead of, why did you just give us this bizarre
I don't even
foreshadow of. Well, that's again with my what with all of these fucking foreshadows.
Yeah.
You know, like why do we have to be told by a dude? Okay, take your shoes off when you get where you're going and grip the carpet, make a fist, do all this. You're gonna feel right as rain.
What about
Why not
that?
just be getting fucking dressed, John? Why can't you have a side bag and just get dressed? Why do we need all of that shit to tell us that you're going to be running around barefoot for this entire fucking movie? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Whatever.
But I actually didn't even think about the fact that he was barefoot because he was doing the grippy toe thing.
Yeah, that's
funny.
Yeah. I mean, either way it could have gone. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, he could have changed.
You know, who am I to
shoes.
judge? It's just a thing that I think.
Yeah, in your opinion.
Yeah. So John's running around shoeless. He watches Nakatomi get killed, and he's freaking out, and then he starts doing what probably all of us do. He starts yelling at himself. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, John? I don't know what the fuck are you doing, John? Why didn't you help him, John? You know, just yelling at himself.
Inner turmoil.
Fun fact about the building, that was the Fox Plaza, and it was actually being built at the time of filming, which is why there's all that shit. They literally left all the construction of the Fox Plaza for the movie. Very interesting. Under the filming of this film was an office of lawyers. Now, we learned all of this, and we have to bring this up, because I'm bringing this up.
I was waiting for you. I was going to actually bring it up, but...
So, folks,
good.
I will let you know that I do like to get the background of some of these films. I want to watch the making. I like to watch, what goes on backstage.
Behind the curtain.
Behind the curtain, as it were. I did a lot of fucking research for this fucking film. And one day, well, not one day, but when me and Cali got done watching the movie, we saw on Netflix, there is a show, what is it? The Movies That Made Us?
The Movies That Made Us, yeah.
So, The Movies That Made Us. And Die Hard was the last of season 1. So we were like, you know what? Let's give it a watch because we're going to do the film, right?
Yeah.
So we start watching The Movies That Made Us, Die Hard doc, and I could have saved fucking time. I might as well have just watched this fucking show before doing this, because number one, it gave away everything to her that I was gonna fucking say.
Yeah.
Number two, I did fucking research reading and all this shit that was unnecessary that I could have just watched an hour of this goddamn show and found everything the fuck out.
Yeah.
So
I felt so bad. I was like, well, why don't we just still do it like you want and I can act surprised? But honestly, this is kind of a funnier
No, this is
story.
fucking funnier because we're literally sitting there and it's telling everything. It's all like, it's telling, Alexander Goodenough, the guy that played Carl. Carl was a ballerina, because he was an actual, ballerina. Well, I don't know. He was a ballet dancer.
Dancer.
And she saw that. She goes, I didn't know that. And I just go, fuck! And I go, son of a bitch!
I love you. Still turn far away from the mic and it's still spiked.
So.
Well, I like that they talked about all the people that they had an idea of who was going to play John McClane. And they were going to do some, like the really big buff dudes.
They wanted Stallone. They wanted Schwarzenegger. They wanted who the fuck else? They wanted some weird ones. They wanted Richard Gere at one point.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
So everybody was given McClane, which I don't know. Was Gere even in action films in the 80s?
I don't think so. But maybe when during that time they were like, you know what? He needs to be kind of like a everyday, normal kind of guy, not some muscularly beefy, I can pick up a car type.
Because originally they wanted, based off the book that this movie is based off of, The Detective, the guy was, and also the film, I don't remember the film that Frank Sinatra was in.
Oh,
I can't remember
I can't
remember that film, but they did have an adaptation that Frank Sinatra was in.
Frank Sinatra was supposed to be
in this one, but he was too old.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm old and I'm rich, so I don't need this shit. Goodbye.
The movie took that long to get going.
But they wanted to keep it in the old. If they were going to keep it in the old fashion, they were going to get Clint Eastwood. But Clint Eastwood pretty much wrote, what did he say? He did not...
he hated the script?
He hated the script or something. Very Sean Connery answer of him. He didn't understand the script or some shit like that. And I feel like there was somebody else they wanted to get, but I don't know. I can't remember. But anywho, we have the three down. Clint Eastwood turned it down. Schwarzenegger turned it down. Sylvester Stallone turned it down. Richard Gere turned it down. Nobody wanted to do this film because I guess they all thought John McClane was a pussy.
Yeah, for hiding and
doing all this shit. And they were like, nah, dude, we're action stars. We're not going to be running around trying to contact the police for the entire fucking film. You know? So then they find Bruce Willis,
who was a television actor, like romantic comedy.
Yeah, Moonlighting.
The Moonlighting, yeah.
Moonlighting series, yeah.
Never done an action.
Strangers who just met on the way.
Yeah, so then he's never done action, and honestly, he's never done a feature film. This is his first feature film. McTiernan, he turned this movie down multiple times. His excuse for not wanting to do this film was because there are terrorists in it, and who wants to do a movie about terrorists? It's like, okay, well, I really feel like there was more to that. He probably turned it down for some fucking reason, but he turned it down apparently a lot. Like, they kept prodding at him to try to get him to do it until he said, fine, fuck it, I'll do it.
Well, didn't they switch that, they're actually robbers, they're not terrorists?
Yeah, he wanted them to be robbers.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad he did, because
yeah.
I really like that aspect of thinking these thieves that aren't afraid to kill somebody, but they're fucking smart. Mm-hmm. That's why you love Hans towards the end, because it's like, man, dude, you're so fucking smart. And so all that, back to a little bit of backstageness. Jeb Stewart, he actually got fired for writing this film.
Yeah.
And
they wanted more comedy, right?
Yeah. So they got Steven D'Souza at the last second. McTiernan did. McTiernan fired Stewart and got D'Souza because he was like, D'Souza's funny. I want this to be a funny movie. Yeah. I liked the comedy in this film. I do think we have a lot of characters competing against against comedy, which I still to this day I have a hard time with. I don't know why there are so many fucking cooks in the kitchen with comedy in this goddamn movie.
Well, it's egos, like with Batman Forever.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones wanted to match Jim Carrey, which that's a pretty high bar to reach. Yeah. But I love the movie. I mean, I recently watched it, but there were times, it was just too pushed, and you can tell that he's pushing. He's trying too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's me. It's like, man, because you got Paul Gleason when he comes in, Dwayne Johnson Robinson. Dwayne Johnson? Dwayne The Rock Robinson. So when he comes in, when Paul Gleason comes in, it's the same thing, dude. He's competing with fucking comedy. And it's like, back up, dude. Come on. You got Bruce Willis. The only person that really wasn't was Alan Rickman and Reginald VelJohnson. You know, they were the fucking chill.
But also Alan Rickman had a few comedy things here and there, but he didn't push it.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
It was
God loved that stage acting.
And oh my God, yeah. You were watching the trailer, and I was listening. When the narrator says, before he says Alan Rickman, they say, and theater actor Alan Rickman.
Right.
English stage actor.
Yeah, English.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah, that's cool of them to do that, but it's like, is that necessary to say for a movie?
Right. So this was his first. So here's the three. Bruce Willis. This was his first feature film. Reginald VelJohnson's and Alan Rickman. Neither one of them has done anything big.
Yeah, and Reginald, he was in the Die Hard movies that made us, and he tried forever to try acting, and this was his first. This was his
gig. First thing. So
At
he
30.
was 31.
31.
And like most of us who have been in the acting business, who have tried, who went out there and did it, he hit a wall.
Yeah.
Reginald did. He was trying to do it in his early 20s and was trying to do it and just was getting denied, and he was like, I was about to hang up the towel because I wasn't making money. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, shit was happening. Life hit him. And he was like, I went and auditioned, and I'm at this audition, and inside's...
Wesley Snipes?
I think he said Wesley Snipes was in there. I'm pretty sure it
Like
was
he was
Wesley
in the
Snipes.
room auditioning for that Powell role?
Yeah, I think
Whoa.
Wesley Snipes was auditioning, and he was like, and inside the room was Wesley Snipes, and I went up, put my ear to the wall, and I was trying to hear what he was doing.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm gonna do it different. So he went in there, and they liked how Val Johnson did. He got it.
Yeah, and he did a great job.
Yeah.
He was very properly cast.
Yes.
Like, Wesley Snipes could have made it work, but...
Well, Wesley was an action star on his own, you know.
In his own right, yeah.
He's one of the actors in the world that actually did and probably still does his own stunts.
Oh.
Like, legitimately.
Interesting.
Like, when you have actors that are like, you know, yeah, I did my own stunts. Like, Bruce was all, yeah, I did my own stunts for this film, and it was great. Yeah, you hit a fucking chair with a window. You hit a window with a chair. Like, yeah, you did your own stunt there. That's great. But you weren't falling off the fucking cliff. You weren't falling off the building. You didn't fall down the chute. But true, because that's just to me. Like, you know, you're not going to be riding a fucking motorcycle in the film and do all this shit. Again, this takes me back to the Tom Cruise shit. Everybody thinks Tom Cruise does his own fucking stunts. He fucking doesn't, guys. Come on, Jesus Christ.
He's got a guy.
Yeah, I can't fucking stress that enough. Now, he probably did fly his own fucking helicopter in the newest fucking Mission Impossible, but I'm sure he wasn't the one doing fucking barrels and shit and Top Gun and flying fucking the Top Gun F-15.
Right.
Anywho, moving on. No Tom Cruise here. So Bruce, where were we?
You brought up Reginald
Belgium.
Yeah, he comes in. Well, he goes into a convenience store.
Yeah, but we're not there yet.
Oh, we're not there yet.
No,
okay.
we're not.
Okay.
I lost track because we went on backstage shit. So, Alexander Goodenough, Carl has a brother in this film. And if I can find the actor here, bear with me. I need to find who the fuck he is because I cannot remember. I don't think he has an IMDb face. He does. I can't say this dude's name. Andreas Winizwisky.
Wisniewski.
He's German.
Yeah.
So Andreas, he played Tony. Now, if I have this right, which I do, he was Carl's brother in the film. So we're gonna go ahead and say, because you brought this up, and I was fucking cackling to the moon. I was dying because I didn't even think about it.
Uh-huh.
But you said that you were like, why the fuck is Andy Warhol in this film?
Oh my god, that's right.
I was dying when you said that shit. You were like, what does Andy Warhol do?
Yeah, he looked like a beefy Andy Warhol without like the scars on the face for sure. But oh my god, yeah.
I think they tried to make him look as nerdy as fucking possible. Because like, where Theo was obviously the tech computer nerd dude, I think Tony, he was the alarm guy. Like, he was the phone guy. He was the electrician, if you will.
Yeah, electrician. Yeah, that's a good one.
So he was like, I gotta... Because you see this scene that probably some people won't get, but I thought it was personally pretty funny. You see him, he's trying to disarm the alarm. He's trying to knock out the phones. He's sitting there trying to figure out what wires it is. Carl comes up with a fucking chainsaw and starts cutting the pipes up above, which I assume would set the alarm off if he didn't cut the power in time. Mm-hmm. So Carl's just cutting this shit. Tony's like, 999, you know, freaking the fuck out. Uh-huh. Carl's laughing, just cutting this shit. And then finally Tony goes in, he cuts a wire. And he's panting, and he's like, holy shit. Carl smiles, walks away. So I was like, okay, so they were really testing Tony needs to get this done and needs to, cut the alarm or some shit. I thought that was pretty funny. And you see their brother kind of moment of bonding there. Their
relationship.
Yeah, you know, Carl, the older brother, fucking with his younger brother, you know.
Yeah.
Not giving a fuck.
I love, there were three blondes as the bad guys.
Yeah.
You got... the ballet dancer, Andy Warhol, and, I don't know, Michael Bolton. Let's call him that. Am I wrong?
No! No, you're not! Michael Bolton. Okay, so Michael
Can we
Bolton.
call them that?
Yes!
For the rest of this?
Yes.
Okay.
That's them.
Yay,
Okay.
I'm happy.
Okay, so Andy Warhol, Michael Bolton, go on to what you were saying.
Michael Bolton.
Oh, I will. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
No. Yeah, that was my...
Three blondes, Michael Bolton.
Yeah, three blondes, yeah. Very, very Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
We all saw Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Yeah.
On that note, pour more wine. So...
Fine.
So Carl and Tony, when Nakatomi dude gets killed, they hear somebody scruffling around, and they both get up, go on the hunt. They don't find anything. Mm-hmm. So Alan Rickman's all like, you know, Theo, you can get this done, right? And Theo's like, you didn't get me here for my good looks and humor and da-da-da-da-da. So now we're on the run. John's on the run. Tony goes looking for John, and he finds him. So Tony is the first... Oh, I'm sorry. Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol is the first bad dude to go find John.
Yeah, send the electrician to do it, but
Right.
I guess he's also a
Well, he was a big
guy.
fucking dude, and I'm not gonna lie, I do know some of the movies that Andy Warhol are in. Like he was in The Living Daylights, Timothy Dalton, James Bond.
Oh.
Fucking a lot of people who like James Bond, I feel like don't really like Timothy Dalton. I like Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, you liked because their movies were more violent, right?
Well, I liked... So it would be, for me, my James Bond would
Obsession?
go like that. Yeah, it would... Well, yeah, there is an obsession there. So it would go Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, probably... who's the guy now? Is it Daniel something? I keep wanting to say Daniel fucking Radcliffe.
Me too!
And I don't
said
know,
that.
and I don't know why. Daniel Craig. Okay.
Yes.
Daniel fucking Craig. I don't know why Radcliffe just kept popping in my fucking head. Harry Potter Bond.
Same for, yeah.
So, it would probably be that. Pierce Brosnan for me would probably be...
Last.
On the bottom.
On the bottom, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, no, the guy that did On His Majesty's Secret Service would be on the fucking bottom. I personally do not like even fucking putting him in the category, but he's on the fucking bottom, and then it's Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, he was
We'll get there on another day if I ever do a James Bond film, because I'm pretty sure you haven't fucking seen it.
Well, yeah. Well, and also you wouldn't be Jarokk if you didn't pick one, so.
Right.
Just saying.
So... He was in The Living Daylights, and he played one of the henchmen. He wasn't the villain per se, but he was an assassin, and he was actually really badass in The Living Daylights.
Ew.
He really was. He was an assassin. He was like a KGB dude who would run around. He would use headphones. Like, he would listen to his music. He would listen to his fucking tape deck or whatever. And he's got his earbuds in, and he would strangle people with his headphones. Like, that was his... thing.
Weapon.
Yeah, that was his mark. That was his calling.
Yeah, his trademark.
He would run around. He would put on out, like he would impersonate people. So he was kind of like a changeling, but as a human.
Ooh.
So he would run around and he would like dress up as people, and he would imitate voices and dialects, and it was really fucking cool.
Hopefully he was better than the Mist.
Our D&D joke.
A D&D joke.
D&D joke.
Inside
right.
joke, yeah. Mist, you suck.
Mist. The hidden mist!
Oh, they got the hidden Mist.
So...
Not so hidden now, are ya?
Yeah, bitch. So anywho, Tony, he's going up against John, and John's got him, gun to his head. Tony's all like, oh, you won't kill me. You are policemen. There are rules. There are rules for you policemen.
That's right. I
John's
remember.
like, try me. Tony starts, like, throwing John, like, against the wall and shit, and he puts up a good fight.
Yeah.
Tony does.
Well, doesn't McClane say, yeah, my commissioner...
Tells me the same thing
yeah,
or some shit.
yeah,
there
something
are
like
rules,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, well... yeah.
Captain tells me the same thing.
I'm a rebel, you know.
Right. So they're fighting, and then, in my opinion, John gets lucky. They fall down the steps, and Tony's neck breaks.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty fucking lucky.
Yeah, and I will say that John honestly gets lucky a lot in this film, and I like that. That's what I like about this form of action, because yeah, Predator, Commando, we got Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's a big motherfucker, and he's tearing people in half. He's fucking them up. He's shooting. He's never missing. McClane, he misses. He's fighting people. He's getting punched. He's taking hits. He's getting fucked up. Most of the time in this movie, he's getting fucked up.
Yeah, he just gets more and more fucked up.
Yeah, and I like that because it it's realistic.
Yeah,
it's
for
like,
sure.
yeah, dude, you're in a knife fight. Nobody really wins in a fucking knife fight. You're both gonna get fucked up. Mm-hmm. If you survive, you obviously win, but you're still getting fucked up. That's why they say nobody fucking wins in a knife fight.
Is that what that means?
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
So he kills Tony, and then he gets Tony's shit. He's going through his wallet. He sees Tony's got a fake ID. Takes his machine gun, puts the body in the elevator, and it says, "Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho."
Oh, yeah.
Alan Rickman reads this. Alan Rickman, Carl, other random guy.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho. I just did Arnold.
That was my Alan Rickman.
Yeah, my Alan Rickman turned into Arnold Schwarzenegger. So
Every voice you does, you do.
Yeah, I gotta do the Arnold. So then John McClane is sitting in the tower. It should have been me. But I gave it up!
Anywho. So I did love this. I love that John was in the top of the elevator. And he's listening in. And Alan, he's saying, now we have to tell Carl that his brother is dead. John has a list. He's got the names. He's got Tony. He just writes Hans. He writes Carl. He's writing all the names. He's counting the guns in the room. He sees that there's 5 people upstairs with the hostages, so he marks them down. He starts just writing all these on his forearm. I was like, ingenious.
So smart.
Good on fucking you, dude. Obviously, you're a cop. You know this shit, but that is ingenious. He's taking tally.
He's like the adult Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone.
Yes, actually.
Is that like... Is he like, I don't know.
I'd
That's what
say
popped up
so.
in my head.
I'd say so without some of the fucking ingenious traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. This is my home. I must defend it.
Yeah. Kevin turned into John McClane.
John McClane. He comes into his house. He knows what he's gonna do. He's gonna fuck him up.
In a world.
In a world where crime meets postal.
I don't fucking know. Anywho. So, all that shit's going on. Carl finds out. Carl's freaking the fuck out. He's throwing shit. He's banging into the wall. Alan Rickman's like, Carl, you need to calm down. He's like, I want blood! He's like, you will have it, but we must follow the plan.
Focus, man.
Yeah, freaking out. So John stumbles upon 2 other dudes. One's named Marco. The other is Michael Bolton. So he pops into the We could, honestly, let's call Marco, I don't know if he's Tony Danza or what was Uncle, who's Uncle Jesse?
Oh, God.
John what?
He's Greek.
Yeah,
No.
John Stamos.
Yes.
So John Stamos and Michael Bolton run into the... John Stamos and Michael Bolton. John Stamos runs in first, folks. John Stamos runs in. John's like, put the gun down, motherfucker! I got you, bitch! Put the gun down! And John Stamos is like, no, don't, please! I don't, no. And then Michael Bolton comes in, drop! And tries to shoot John, and fucking John just blows the shit out of Michael Bolton. Stamos gets up, does a fucking barrel roll on the god. He does like a roll onto the table. Very dramatic.
Very stage combat.
Very stage combat,
Yeah.
but looked great.
It looks great, yeah,
It was
but
a
it's
great
like,
roll.
if you've ever taken stage combat, you can be like, oh, I've learned that roll. I know how to do that.
I know how to do that. It's simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. But fucking great. So he does the combat roll, and then he's playing with John, man. He's just shooting he's got an automatic fucking rifle, and at this point, he's just shooting single shots. He's just boom, 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 into the table. Runs out of bullets because he's fucking around. Gets to the table, goes, important that you do not hesitate! And then John just fucking shoots him in the dick. Just starts unloading, and he just, thanks for the tip. I did like Bruce Willis's one-liners and shit like that.
Well, he's got a
Right.
fucking 2-page list of one-liners
I
in this movie.
loved it. That's the thing. That's what I was going to say. Too many of the characters here had the same voice when it came to the comedy. Their comedy was so one voice. Not now that is and here's why I'll bring it up, because this is a good time to bring up the writer thing. Well, I think we did. Did we
did.
not? We talked about that?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so we'll go ahead and say, though, D'Souza, he was the one that had to write this. So in defense for him writing this film, he essentially got hired right when they had to start filming.
Yeah.
So he was under so much pressure to get this done. Like they pretty much were like, okay, you're hired. When do you want the first draft of the script? Tomorrow. Oh, okay. All right. So he had to write. He pretty much wrote the script, and then they would film. Again, this must be a fucking McTiernan thing because this is so close to the goddamn 13th Warrior with just, just let's last minute shoots, last minute shit. Let's get this done. But D'Souza, that's what I feel like. I feel like that could be a reason why they're one voice because he didn't really have the time to really dive in and make each character their own.
Yeah.
That's my thought from knowing all of this and watching this.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's my thought. Yeah, so we lose John Stamos and Michael Bolton.
R.I.P.
And we lost Tone. We lost Andy Warhol.
Man.
Yeah, so now we've got 9 left, maybe. So there's still a good amount of terrorists or robbers, excuse me.
Bad guys.
John, he called the 911. He called some fucking radio dispatch.
It was like the security dispatch of the building or whatever, or the security company.
He called the police. I think he got on the dispatch frequency for the police.
Oh, okay.
I think is what he did.
Okay.
He got on the dispatch frequency for the police, and he was talking to somebody. And she was like, sir, this is a secure channel. You cannot be on here. And he was like, I need police here. Sir, I say again, this is a secure channel. Lady, do I sound like I'm ordering a fucking pizza? Get somebody out here now. Like, I loved that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just going on. And then he's like, fine, come fucking arrest me. Get somebody out here. Guns are going off. And she even goes, oh my God. And she goes, oh, get a black and white over there. Go see what's going on. It's like, bitch, you just heard the gunshot.
Yeah.
And now you're acting all fucking...
Still not taking it serious.
You know, that's the one thing, like, we can... Yeah, that's that. I loved that.
Very relatable.
Well, she's not even forgetting. She's just like, whatever, get a... That's what I was going to say. I called 911 one time in my life. Mm-hmm. One fucking time. I was in L.A. There was a car on fucking fire on the 101. Ooh. There was a car on fucking fire. And I called 911 in LA and I said, yeah, I'm on the 101 heading wherever the fuck I was heading. There is a car on the shoulder it's literally on fire. I was like, it is on fire. This is what the dispatcher says. And I have never called 911 ever again. And I probably never will. The dispatcher goes, we already know, and then hung up on me. I was like, get fucked.
What attitude?
I know, I was like...
He got tooty with you.
I know, I was like, man, listen. I said, what the fuck is the point to call you then? I'm never gonna do a good fucking deed in my life. I was like, dude, the car on fire, this bitch could explode. It could be like the other guys. Like, who the fuck do I know, you know? I'm like, this shit, I need to just do something about this car being on fire. We already know. Okay, fuck me then, right?
Yeah. Fuck me for trying to do something
good.
Yeah.
All right, LAPD.
All right.
So now we can bring up Reginald VelJohnson.
Yes.
Yeah. He's in a gas station. He's getting Twinkies.
Yeah. Convenience store, 7-Eleven kind of thing.
This was a really weird scene for me.
What an asshole the guy behind the counter is.
That was the thing that I didn't get. I didn't get if he was being an asshole or if he was playing.
Oh, I thought he was an asshole.
I thought he was too, but after, like, for me watching this a couple times, I was like, is he being an asshole because Reginald VelJohnson's taking it very well? Like, he's all like, yeah, they're for my... He's like, oh, Twinkies, huh? I thought you guys ate donuts. They're actually for my wife. She's pregnant.
Bag it. Big time.
Fuck does that mean?
Yeah,
you know,
what
I'm
the
like, what does that mean?
That
what does that mean? What are you doing? What are you talking about?
Why the fuck would he say that?
Why the fuck would he say that?
Oh my god.
Why the fuck would he...
Best line in Ted, Mark. Stand up straight when you're talking to me.
What? Oh, I'm gonna need a minute. Oh, all right. Gotta keep it together.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Jesus, why the fuck would he say that?
You woke up the boy.
You woke up the boy. I did. I'm sorry, baby. So.
Yeah, but it's like, I do that. Like, if I'm in the mood for something sweet, get a little something.
I got a fucking Cosmo brownie last night.
Yeah, but it's like, you know what? It's none of your don't fat shame me.
Yeah. Fuck that.
How dare you, sir?
Honestly, that was making me crave a Twinkie. Last night I was at the store and I was like, either I'm getting a fucking Twinkie or I'm getting a fucking Cosmo brownie.
I have never craved a Twinkie a day in my life, but I remember Choco Dials. They were chocolate-covered Twinkies.
What? No.
They're fucking amazing.
Never had
They were called Choco Dials and they got discontinued, and I think they brought them back, but they call them something else now. I do not know what.
Oh.
Now I'm hungry.
I know. All right, so moving on.
Dispatch.
The dispatcher bitch, she, no, we're talking about Reginald Vell. So Reginald Vell Johnson and the gas station attendant are doing their bullshit.
Their banter.
Witty banter. And then you just don't know, because then the gas station attendant is laughing and it's like, bitch, you're fucking fat.
Yeah, you're fat.
You're heavy as, you look like a fucking...
You're husky too,
you look like a fucking pedophile truck driver, dude. Who the fuck are you? Shit like that. And he's over here bitching. So I don't know. I didn't get that. I didn't get it. I don't know if it was necessarily necessary.
Like you said earlier, rushed.
Yeah.
Comic writing.
Right.
Yeah. Putting in the comedy.
Yeah. So that's, that could have been taken out in my opinion. So Reginald Vell, he goes outside. He looks up at Nakatomi Tower. He drives over and he starts talking to one of the robbers who impersonates a security guard.
Oh my god, that impersonation.
I think that dude was supposed to be American, though. I don't know. And I don't know if he was American or not.
I hope he
Here's
wasn't.
my thing. No, we'll get there. This is for later.
Oh,
this is a later discussion.
All right.
But that dude, he just is all like, oh, yeah, they working out the system. I gotta get the kinks out of it. God damn, got $50 on this guy. It's like, what? Why does every time... No, I'm gonna bring it up now.
Okay.
Fuck it. It's coming up now. And this has to do with Alan Rickman as well. Mm-hmm. You've all, if you're listening to this, you've obviously seen the movie because we dissect. So Alan Rickman has a moment in the film where he does an American dialect.
Oh, yeah.
My thing is this. When most... And I guess it could be said, I guess British people, English-speaking people, I guess that they could say the same for us. When most people try to do British dialects, if you're American or something, if you haven't studied, and I know I'm guilty of this.
Yeah.
When you try to do a Cockney dialect...
We do it all the time on the podcast.
Right, when you try to use Cockney, it's so similar to, Australian.
Yes.
That it is so easy to blend the two, and then you just have this fucking mess.
Yeah.
So I bet, real Cockney-speaking people are like, what the fuck is this? And then Australians are going, fuck is that, mate? And then you got Upper British. There's so many different fucking dialects. And it's the same over here in America.
Hell yeah.
When I went to California, everybody's like, fucking farm did you get off? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What farm did I get off? I'm not even from the country. I'm from St. Louis. And they're just like, dude, you got a country fucking accent.
How
man.
Statist. I don't know. I'm thinking of
I don't know.
Instead of saying racist, oh, you're a statist.
But that's just, I was like, dude, what are you talking about? I have an accent. I don't have an accent.
Yeah, of course, if people hear when I talk, I get it all the time. You're not from here, are you? What makes you say that? I'm talking normal.
Yeah.
Because I'm not from here.
Yeah, you don't have any.
So I sound...
Warsh.
Bush.
Bush.
I've never even heard of that beer until
It's alright. It's piss water. Most Budweiser products are pretty bad.
Yeah, most Budweiser.
Amberbock's good.
Amberbock is good. Yeah.
Anywho, moving on.
Anywho.
So
tangents up the wazoo.
So when he's but that's my thing. Alan Rickman, his version of American, and didn't they say that he was like, no, but I can do a California dialect?
Yeah.
That was he was trying to be country boy for me. That was like,
please God, no, you're one of them, aren't you? You're one of them.
How is that country?
Because he started giving a twang. He started having wow, you're one of them, aren't you?
Maybe that's how he eases into California?
I guess. I don't know. That's what they said. But at the same time, people think that he's doing a German dialect and he's clearly doing a fucking RP English.
Yeah. I think there is, when he speaks in his character's language,
Yeah.
it sounds
He's
more...
SAP as a motherfucker.
Yeah. When he started actually, like, talking instead of howling, he did sound like he was a California surfer. Kind
I guess. I don't fucking know, man. I didn't really pay attention to too many California surfers out there.
Yeah, well, there weren't... you really didn't go to the beach much.
It's too crowded.
Well, you can't find a fucking parking spot,
Yeah,
first of all. Yeah, driving there is a pain in the ass.
I would have been at the beach so fucking much. But anywho. But that's my thing. It's just like when British people come over, I feel like they always put the like Western twang into an American dialect.
Well, it's kind of like what I'm not saying we, you and I.
Yeah,
but
no.
When
Americans go over there.
Americans go over there or they try to do a English accent, it sounds Cockney. So I'm thinking, I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying about it earlier. That's what I was saying, is that,
that's the
to
go-to.
them, it's like the go-to. For us, it's always, okay, we're going to try to do a Cockney mixed Australian mess, unless you really have an ear for that shit and can fucking pull it off.
And then English people do
And then they do. I mean, and that's what's true, though. There is a great deal of country American, the fuck you doing out there? There's a lot of that out here.
They call it middle of America, right?
The Midwest, the South, whatever, dude. Middle America, South. Even fucking the North they have. Goddamn, I just got really twangy there. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Even there in the North, they got that shit going on there. So we're going to talk like this for the rest of the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
All right, now. Hold on.
I love every time you talk to your dad. That's when your Midwest starts to show.
Yeah, I will say that. So if we're going to fucking just talk about that real quick. I had a teacher, Deborah Ross Sullivan, amazing woman. She could tell where the fuck you were from by you just speaking. So there was one person, she would be like, oh, you're from North California. You're from here. A dear friend of ours, friend of the podcast, Mel, she found out where Mel was from. She said to Mel, she was like, Kansas City, Missouri? She was like, yeah. And how long have you been a pretentious bitch? Like, I love Melanie.
Bring back your podcast, by the way.
Yeah, fuck Melanie. What the shit, dude? So
good.
Yeah, well, let's plug it. Fuck. Yeah. Let's plug her podcast. She changed the fucking name, I don't know. What is it? Yeah. The internet shit. We're looking it up, Mel.
25 more shows. Yeah, it's like at the bottom of my list because they don't have a new...
you got a lot of fucking podcasts.
I love fucking podcasts. I don't listen to music anymore.
Neither do I.
Where the fuck?
It's getting old. They didn't take it down, did they?
Did they? I hope they didn't take it down.
That's switch. All right, I'm going to find it. Here it is. Okay, it's the Internet Review Court.
Yeah.
They're funny as fuck.
Yeah, they review a review website of places, and they read the shit out of it. When I say reading, I mean throw shade. Yeah, they throw shade, they bat. It's so fucking fun. Yeah. So, the Internet Review Court. Look that up. Yeah. Great dear friend of the pod. We miss you. Yeah. Anywho. So, yeah, DRS. And the DRS comes to me and she goes, what part of the Midwest are you from? And I go, holy shit. And I go, I love how you did the what? That's DRS, dude. She spoke in that SAP. She spoke in that standard pronunciation. She was just so fucking, she hit every syllable. She had every fucking T. She would just be like, and that's the T. Yeah. What part? And I was like, St. Louis? She goes, I thought so. Of course you did. And I was she couldn't clock you. That's it. But she did, because there was one fucking part. There was one time that I was doing a scene, and I don't remember what the fuck it was from, but I was reading something. She goes, Jarokk, who did you just get done talking to back home? And I go, I did just get off the phone with my fucking dad. Oh my god. I did. I just got off the phone with my dad. And she goes, who did you just get done talking to? I was like, my father. When you are about to do the scene, do not talk to your father. Your Midwest started to bleed through. And I was like, fuck! We need to do like a video or something, or I need to secretly video record you while you are talking to your dad, so our listeners could actually witness this, because it is crazy. Yeah, I mean, get me at some point. It's fine. I won't tell you when, but...
No, that would be funny about
Yeah.
it. But anywho, so moving on. Where were we? Reginald Bell. So he gets there, and then we already talked about John killing John Stamos and everybody else. So he throws John Stamos out the window, lands on Reginald Bell Johnson's car, and Reginald Bell Johnson's fucking freaking the fuck out, backing up, getting shot at. And he's like, I need... Now, goddammit, now! And he's just
Trying to get back up.
trying to get back up. John has the best... Well, he's got a lot of best lines, but he's got a good line of, welcome to the party, pal! Like,
Yeah.
I just got you involved.
Yeah.
Congratulations. So then all the cops start showing up. John's doing what he can. He gets in contact with Reggie Johnson and Al. He gets in contact with him. They're chatting it up. Now Hans is getting fucking pissed. Carl is fucking furious.
Yeah.
Hans is all sitting there. Don't kill him. Isolate him. Keep him contained. Don't let him come out. Give us time.
Yeah.
Carl's like, no, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
But also, didn't he get something from John Stamos or Michael Bolton, like one of the detonators or something?
Thank you.
Yeah, so he got something like very essential to the robbers. Yeah. So they need him.
They need those detonators.
Yeah.
They took them from Marco from Michael Bolton.
Yeah,
Michael
and
Bolton.
clearly he's got some skills. Let's not aggravate him anymore because he might destroy them, throw them off, or whatever. Yeah, so
he was like, isolate him.
Yeah, isolate
keep
him.
contained.
Makes sense now.
So Carl turns off the radio and is like, fuck you a minute. He killed my
brother.
Killed Andy Warhol. I'm fucking him up. So he goes in. We get this very cool fucking shot of John trying to jump from one vent to another vent. And he misses.
Is this like before he said that one line, the TV dinner line?
Yeah. This is right before. So he's trying to get in there. So the shot in the film, it was supposed to be the stuntman jumps to another vent and he was just supposed to get on there.
Yeah.
Well, the stuntman, in actuality, he fucking slipped. So he jumped, tried to catch himself, and then he fell down the shaft.
How far that was.
Luckily, there was a
airbag
beneath in case he did fall.
Yeah.
But the production staff was like, leave that in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they were like,
That's real.
Leave that in. We're just going to make it look like he was struggling in the film.
Yeah, they do a close shot of his hands
grasping climbing
it.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were like, leave that fall.
So he doesn't have to do that again.
Yeah. So that was done in one take. And honestly, a lot of these takes. A lot of the stunt shit was done in one take. And it just worked.
Yeah, we learned watching that Movies That Made Us episode, which was really cool. I feel bad that you didn't get to put this knowledge on me, but it was fun to see it visually.
It was.
Yeah.
And guys, you should watch that shit. Because it was really interesting and fun.
For sure.
So watch the Movies That Made Us. This isn't a plug. They don't know shit. We watched it and we really enjoyed it.
It's a cool show. I wonder why they only did 4 episodes.
Well, that's probably now. They may do more. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it was the same for The Toys That Made Us, which is also a really good one. So they
shut him off.
So he goes into the vent. He climbs
the vent.
into the vent, and then he was retarded and lit a fucking lighter. And then Carl's like, "Oh, now I know what vent you're in, you dipshit." So they're running around. Now they're shooting vents, and then he says the line.
Oh, now I know what a TV dinner feels like.
Exactly. Oh. So he says that shit. Carl's shooting up the vents. Goes back upstairs. And our good friend Ellis decides, I'm gonna fucking take over here. Ellis starts talking to Hans.
He does a little bump.
Right, he does do a bump. This may or may not be before the police try to come in. I don't know.
When they do their thing and they just...
Yeah. The police do try to come in because of Deputy Dwayne The Rock T. Johnson. He tries to say something. He tries to take command. This is another person this is another ham.
Yeah.
Who's trying to ham up the comedy. He tries to...
The asshole.
Be the asshole fucking chief.
Ham, yeah.
Whatever the fuck he is. Deputy chief. So he tries to take over the situation. So he's like, everybody's moving in. They move in. The cops get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, really good. John kills 2 more people because he uses C4 that he stole from the bag. That he stole from Michael Bolton. And so now moving on. Ellis is all like, I can deal with this guy. Let me do it. And John's all like, Ellis, what did you tell them? thinking like Ellis said, this is Holly Gennaro's husband.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Gave away
like
his
John's
name.
starting to freak out, and Ellis
Yeah.
is like, John, I told him you're a dear friend of mine, and that you came to attend the party with me. That's what I told him.
Yeah, because the robbers can hear his John McClane's conversation over the radio.
And so can the cops. Everybody's on the same fucking frequency for some reason. I don't know why.
Everyone gets to witness with their ears this amazing relationship.
Yeah, and that was another thing that I was kind of like, the cops are listening in on the same fucking frequency. Why wasn't Hans changing the channel? I don't fucking know. I mean, whatever.
Whatever.
You know, fuck it, right?
Yeah, fuck it.
Whatever.
Just like with the ambulance, we can talk about later. But
whatever. Fuck it. Last minute writing.
We're
That's
not
what
gonna
happens.
know.
Yeah. Well, now they will.
Here's some more kaboom for you.
Yeah. So, and they're all listening in on Ellis's shit. And Ellis, John's sitting there going, Ellis, these fucking people are gonna kill you. Stop fucking around. Like, you're stupid. You're high. Knock it off. And he goes, Hans, I know what kind of person you are. This asshole doesn't. I just met him tonight. Like, do not do anything. And Hans is like, well, then you know that I will kill him, so you better figure it out. And Ellis does that. Hey, Hans, what am I, a method actor, baby? Put the gun down. You don't need to do all that. And it's...
You don't see it, but he also, like, asks for a Coca-Cola.
Yeah, he asks for
with
a
a glass.
Coke. And they bring him a Coke and, like, pour it for him, and they're, like,
In, like, a tall, flat glass.
Dude, it was so nice.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
Thanks for the Coke.
Thanks for the Coke, bro.
Really needed it.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Obviously, we were sponsored.
Yeah.
So, motherfucking Jones. So, Hans kills Ellis. And all the fucking people are screaming. Hans goes out with the radio and is all, like, holding it up.
Well, wait, you didn't say Ellis's, like, iconic line. What?
Hans, booby, I'm the white knight.
Booby.
I'm your white knight. That apparently he ad-libbed, which I love. Hans,
oh, really?
Booby.
Booby. Boobala. I guess that's the female.
Speckins the English, huh? He's such an asshole.
He is such a problematic asshole.
Yeah, and it was so good. Gennaro, Holly knew it. It was so good.
Oh, God. And we didn't mention that Ellis also wanted to get in Holly's fucking pants.
Yeah, he did, yeah. And I think that could have been a reason why they'll get the watch. Like, maybe Ellis gave her the watch. Who the fuck knows?
Maybe.
But the Rolex.
Maybe.
But anywho, so Hans kills him. He's freaking out. And now the police are starting to blame John for killing Ellis.
Yeah.
They're, like, pinning murder on
now
John.
Now he's a suspect.
Yeah, you know, he could have stopped this, but he didn't. John's talking to Al, Reginald Vell. He's saying, you know, Al, you gotta believe me, man. I couldn't do anything about it. Al's sitting there going, John, I heard the whole thing. I know. And a lot of the guys down here know too. So just don't think anything of it. Just survive.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta fucking do. And I loved their bromance.
Bromance.
I loved that shit, dude. You got Vel Johnson fucking being the winged angel on John's shoulder. Like, I fucking loved it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. He was the angel.
Yeah, so...
The shoulder angel.
Now, Hans and John meet.
Yeah.
Hans goes to get the explosives.
Like,
he goes to check
on him, yeah.
And John goes up to him and he's all like, hi. He points the gun at him. He's like, oh no, God, why? You're one of them. You know, he's freaking out.
Yeah.
Does what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, his
American dialect.
American dialect.
And they're meeting each other. They're learning each other. Hans gives a fake name, Bill Clay. John looks up at a thing. There is a William Clay on the thing. So he was like, okay. And then...
You mean like on the roster?
On the roster, yeah.
Like
there was
the
a
bottom...
W.M. Clay.
Oh, okay.
So... John's kind of like, this might really be him. So John gives him his pistol. And then Hans doesn't even try to fucking, like... That's the thing also. Like, dude, wouldn't you, like, try to be a little bit, like, more patient? But he doesn't. Hans gets the gun right away and just...
Points it at...
Yeah. Starts speaking the German. I didn't speak German. I'm sorry if we have any German listeners. I don't speak German. I made it up, gibberish. It's just Jarokk language. So, Jarokkish.
Jarokkish.
So he's doing all that, and then he turns around, and he's just like, he tries to shoot John.
Goodbye, cowboy.
Goodbye,
Or something
cowboy.
like that.
Yeah, some shit.
know.
And then John's just like, you think I'm stupid? Oops. Jesus fucking Christ. Son of a bitch.
Shush, dude.
Ah! Scared. Don't you ever do that again! Ah! So, anywho.
And we did pass by fucking John McClane saying yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Oh, we did miss yippee-ki-yay.
But obviously, people that even haven't, like,
Seen this movie
the film
knows
it.
the
So,
yippee-ki-yay.
yeah.
So
But
that's fine.
it would be horrible of us to not at least mention it.
Yeah, he's a Roy Rogers fan.
Yeah, Roy Rogers.
So they're doing all that shit, and then Carl comes in. John kills one of the dudes.
How does Hans get away from John McClane?
Carl comes in.
Carl comes in. Okay.
Carl fucking comes into the elevator, and that's when John says, oops, you think I'm stupid? Then the elevator sounds, and then you hear Alan Rickman go, you were saying. And then Carl comes out fucking blasting, and then John turns and starts blasting. He kills fucking... They are using artillery on us! Which, that... guy, he could not get that rhyme. That rhyme. Look at me, I can't get the line right. He could not get that line right. Like, his accent kept coming through. So I don't know what the fuck he was trying to say, but when he would try to say, they are using artillery on us! Like, he said something else, and the crew and everybody would be laughing, and they would ruin the take. So they kept having to redo it because everybody would laugh every time he tried to say it.
Poor guy.
Every time he tried to say the line. They don't just artillery on us! But anyhow, I don't know. But that's just a fun fact. So, John, he's blasting. And then Hans, knowing that he's barefoot, Hans goes, Carl, shoot the glass. Shoots the glass. John runs off and got bloody fucking feet. He's getting fucked.
Remove your boots, Captain.
Your boots, Captain.
Tank Girl quote.
Yes, remove your boots. So, John is now fucked, and he starts talking to Al. He's trying to figure out Al a little bit, just to try to get comfort for the fact that he's in pain.
Yeah, it's like a distraction for the pain that he's in. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's all like, do you got flat feet? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he was like, why are you behind a desk? Like, and I was like, because I shot a kid, and I don't want to be on the street really anymore, because I shot a kid, so I can't use my gun on anything else. And John's like, yeah, that sucks. I'm like, fuck. Sorry. You know, foreshadow.
Yeah.
So
another one.
Another foreshadow. So John and him have that moment, and then I think at this point John figured out what they were doing with the detonators or not, because I can't remember if this was when John started saying, you know, Al, I got a really bad feeling. I need you to tell my wife something. Don't ask me how you're going to find her. By then you'll know that she's up there with him.
Yeah.
But I want you to say something to her. He goes on. He does this nice monologue.
Which is like another lucky moment that her name says her maiden name.
Yeah.
So Hans and all that
don't
know who she is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, because fucking Ellis told them that he was John McClane.
He's a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cunt. So, all that, and then we didn't bring him up yet, but we can go ahead and do so now.
No.
Where the fuck is he? You're here somewhere, you son of a bitch. I know you are.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Where are you? William Atherton. There he is. William Atherton. He played Richard Thornburg, who was he was media. He was the media.
Reporter.
Really funny. William Atherton, he is a reporter, I think in a couple movies, but he's always an asshole.
And
in every fucking movie
he
that
even
he's
says
in.
it, like, I was the token asshole.
Yeah, he was. He was the fucking dick.
Because he was also in Ghostbusters.
He was in Ghostbusters. He was the prick in Ghostbusters. I feel like he might have been a prick in a movie that I may use because I'm pretty sure you haven't seen this movie.
Oh.
I forgot all about it until I looked at his IMDb page and I was like, oh my god, I forgot all about that movie. I used to watch it all the fucking time. And it is a really good movie.
Lucky me.
But I'm not going to bring it up because I might use it.
Okay.
And I really doubt you've seen it.
Okay.
So, William Atherton is just a prick. And
Yeah, he's like a hungry reporter. He so badly wants to get the story no matter what.
So we'll skip ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
So he goes to the McClanes and tells the maid who is Hispanic. So like, I'm gonna call whoever I need to call.
Yeah,
IRS or whoever. You're gonna get fucking deported, and I need you to, or whatever.
Yeah, if you don't let me in.
If you don't let me in, this is the last chance that these kids are gonna have to talk to their parents. Bitch, do what I'm saying because I'm a fucking asshole.
Yeah, and he's like trying to sound endearing, like, oh, this might be the last time. He doesn't fucking care.
He doesn't care. He wants to get the fucking story.
He wants his story.
So he gets in there, he talks to Lucy McLean, the daughter, and I don't even know if they like say Holly or what gives Hans the idea of, you know, she's the, because I don't think they really specify. And I don't think they like show a picture.
I don't remember, or I'm sure.
But all you know
the actor
is,
says the name.
Right. Well, I don't know. I don't think
something.
so.
I don't
think
know.
so. I think they literally just show the child going, please come home. And then that's it. But it might.
Yeah, because
but anywho,
Hans was sitting in Holly's like seat at her desk.
Yeah, and that was kind of my thing. And like, I can't remember, but if they did, great. If they didn't, then, well, another thing that was overlooked.
Yeah.
As soon as he sees that child on the fucking TV, Hans flips up the picture and sees John and Holly.
Yeah, because that wasn't the only picture of her kids she had behind her desk. She had like individual like school pictures of the kids.
So then that was it. That was our. Then you just hit the nail on the head.
That was it. Okay.
Yeah. So that was it then. So Hans probably saw them. So okay.
And
good.
I'm sure. And
now we know.
And the reporter was kind of already at the scene talking about the situation. So I'm pretty sure Hans knew. Oh, it's the same reporter going to someone's house. Mm-hmm. Lucky him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Hans is now all like Miss McLean. And I love, and this is why some ensemble actors I just love. There was a woman behind Holly that as soon as fucking Hans goes, Miss McLean. Mrs. McLean, thank you. Mrs. McLean. This woman behind Holly just like freaks out, puts her hand to her fucking mouth, and that makes you go, oh shit. He fucking got it, you know? Like, I was like, good on you.
But still, oh wait, yeah.
Because the chick was like, oh my god, he found out. She's his wife. Holy shit, she's fucked. You know, shit like that. I was like, God, good for you.
Yeah.
I love those ensemble actors that really go for it.
That actually react when things happen. Yeah, it's great.
I love it. Good on you.
Like, I'm thinking of that guy in Jurassic World when those pterodactyls are going at the park. He grabs his margaritas. That's like an iconic like meme and gif now. Yeah. Like grabbing your margaritas.
That's real life though, dude. You just paid fucking $15 for that margarita.
For
2 of them. So you probably just paid $35 for 2 fucking margaritas. I don't give a shit if the world is ending. You're gonna grab that shit.
Yeah. If I'm going out fucking drunk.
I'm going out fucked. So
yeah, now they have
Holly. And by this time, Carl catches up to John. And they're fucking him up.
The ballet dancer.
Yeah. Did we talk about that?
We did say that he was a ballet dancer.
Okay, good. Then we got that. That's out of the way. So, then you really see it in their choreography fighting.
Yeah, because I didn't...
You really see the way that he moves is so fucking just majestic and just good.
Oh, yeah, and his spine is so straight and neutral with his neck that it's like it doesn't move.
Yeah.
Unless he has to.
It's a fucking Russian ballet, dude.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you. It's because he's fucking Russian, probably. He just looks like a badass. He's towering, he's big, and he's just fucking graceful as fuck. It's just
amazing.
So good. God love the Russians.
Yeah, that's why they win all the gold medals.
Right. So, he's fucking John up, dude. And Hans is trying to get a hold of John and is like, John, why aren't you answering?
Yeah,
and then,
saying that I have your wife.
Yeah, Carl fucking broke the radios, fucking his ass up.
And this is to bring back what you talked about earlier about the construction crew keeping all of the construction stuff.
Yeah.
Because the stunt coordinator, used it.
Yeah, he was like, we're going to use all this.
We're going to use all this
We're going to
shit.
use the fucking hand truck. We're going to use the forklift.
The dolly.
We're going to use the dolly. Yeah, we're going to use the fucking... we're going to use the chains. We're going to use every fucking stairs.
Yeah.
Everything's getting used. And they did.
Yeah.
They used every fucking thing. John and Carl's fight was so fucking realistic.
And it was it the longest fight?
I think so, yeah. Because him and Andy Warhol's wasn't that long.
Yeah.
Like I said, he got lucky as
Yeah.
fuck with that one. He is sitting there, and well, they're not sitting there, but they're getting fucked up.
They're
Both of
fighting.
them. They get on the roof, and then Carl shoots John. He fucking shoots him.
Is it like in the back of the shoulder?
Shoots him in the back of the shoulder.
Like shoulder blade kind of
Yep.
area? Yeah.
Like right by the scapula.
Yeah.
So he like fucks his ass up. And obviously you got to do this for the movie, realistic wise. John's feet are fucked up. Do you really think John's going to be able to fucking do all this running, fighting, jumping around when his feet has glass in them?
It could be the adrenaline.
No, that's again, movie, adrenaline, whatever have you. But it's like, dude, that shit would be fucking hurt. And man, honestly, John took so much shit, he'd probably bleed the fuck out before the
God.
before the end of the fucking film.
That's
So I mean,
true.
but yeah, we wouldn't have a movie if all that happened. So we got to keep it up.
Yeah, and then sequels upon
right.
sequels.
So we don't want to get too realistic with it, but
Yes,
I'm
this is
glad we didn't. It's
the
a
magic
movie.
of Hollywood.
Exactly, love it. So Carl's fucking John up. He shoots him, and then John gets lucky, kind of again. Fucking wraps a chain around Carl and pretty much chokes Carl out. And hangs him.
Around his neck, and also like busts his head at the wall, like because the chain had like
Did Carl bust his head? I don't remember.
Yeah, because John McClane wrapped it around his neck, and then he ran down the stairs holding on to him because the chain was on like a rail or something. It was attached to. The only thing I could think of is like a zip line.
Yeah.
And he pushes it up over to like a cement wall and like bashes his head, and then when Carl turns around, he has this like circular mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you assume he's dead.
Yeah, you assume.
Yeah. Assume.
So John, all that shit. John pretty much took care of all the fucking mercenaries, the robbers. So John goes up.
So D&D of you.
So D&D of me, right? So John goes up to. So they take all the. And here's another ingenious plan. And God loved D'Souza for this thought.
Have the FBI. The FBI.
So the FBI just got there.
Yeah.
Johnson & Johnson with their baby oil. They just show up. Johnson & Johnson. They show up, and Hans is waiting for the FBI because he knows what they're going to want to fucking do. He goes, they're going to follow the book. They're going to do all this shit. They're going to cut the power. They're going to do this. Mm-hmm. They're going to do all this shit that Hans wants them to do. And Hans is sitting there, like, pretty much the whole movie, just like, I'm waiting for the FBI. As soon as the FBI gets here, then we'll know. Yeah, I'm waiting for the FBI. And you're kind of like, is the FBI going to be on their team or what?
Yeah, are they undercover?
So Johnson & Johnson, let me see if I can find the actors.
Yeah, I can't.
Robert Davi, I'm sure everybody's fucking seen him.
He's been in so much, but like...
He's a good fucking asshole.
Really good asshole.
Yeah,
oh my
is
God.
a good fucking asshole, Robert Davi. So good at being an ass. He's usually a fucking like gangster of some sort. Mm-hmm. In this, he was just a vet fucking dude.
Oh,
Grand L. Bush was the other Johnson. I've only seen Grand L in certain movies, like in the 80s and early 90s. I haven't seen him in too much else.
Yeah, and he was like a much younger FBI agent.
Yeah, like Little Johnson and Big Johnson. Their way.
Yeah.
But I love their line, Agent Johnson, no relation.
Yeah. And they also say like...
And they're white and black, and this is so funny.
The other Johnson.
Right. But Robert Davi is that type of dude. I don't know if he's Caucasian or what, but he is very ethnic ambiguous. Like he could be fucking any. He could be Spanish,
and he
it
has.
doesn't fucking It doesn't matter what the fuck he is, dude. They were just assholes, the Johnsons.
Very, very like peacock chest.
Very
coming in like
very. And they cut the power. They do all that shit.
They also have that line that South Park makes fun of it all the time because anything that involves like police, FBI, who's in charge here? Me. Not anymore. You're not.
Not anymore. You're not.
That is
Johnson and Johnson.
If you never noticed that, people, now you're gonna.
Yeah.
Because that is said all the time. Not anymore, you're not.
Not anymore, you're not. So, good. They're fucking about.
They're not fucking about. They mean business.
They mean business. And Hans, and this is actually really smart. We kind of missed this, but we'll go ahead and bring it up now. Hans, earlier on, brought up a good point. He was talking to Dwayne Johnson. I'm just going to call him fucking Dwayne Johnson. He was talking to Dwayne Johnson, and he was saying, Dwayne, I want this and that. We'll let the prisoners go. You must give us helicopters. We need 2 helicopters, and then we want you to release the members of this and the Asian Dawn movement. And even Carl's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Carl's like, what the fuck is this?
Release
and then Alan Rickman just looks over at Carl, and he just goes, I read it in Time magazine.
Yeah.
Shit like that. I read about them in Time magazine.
Yeah, he's trying to get the police and the FBI.
He's making them think they're terrorists.
Think they're terrorists, and also to kind of keep them busy.
Guessing. Yeah, busy, guessing.
Yeah.
And that's when the FBI comes, and the FBI are like, okay, we're going to bring 2 assault choppers, and we're going to make them think that they're fucking, for picking up the hostages. The FBI, and here's what's fucked up, the FBI doesn't care if they fucking kill any of the hostages.
That's right.
He was like, 20% of the hostages might die, and then Little Johnson's all like, I can live with that.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck you both.
Yeah.
No wonder nobody cared. And apparently Arnold Schwarzenegger was really good friends with Robert Davi.
Huh.
And Arnold went with Robert to the premiere, and Arnold's sitting there going, "Oh, you're gonna be the hero. You're gonna be the hero of the film. I'm so excited to see you, Robert. It's gonna be great." And then they're watching, and then when he gets later on, Arnold's like, "You the fucking asshole.
You son of a
You
bitch.
son of a bitch. You don't know anything. You such a bitch. You pain in the ass. I thought you were gonna be hero. You nothing. You prick." So anywho, shit like that. So then John kills one of the other guys, Uli or whoever the fuck. He kills one of the robber terrorist dudes. Goes upstairs, and you find out that Hans is going to blow the roof because when he kills all the hostages, he's going to make everybody think that he's up there too. And he has that great line later of, you steal $600, you can just simply disappear. You steal $600 million, they're going to find you unless they think you're dead.
Yeah.
And that was his plan. That was why he needed the detonators. So John goes upstairs, and John's just shooting up in the air, and he's like, everybody get downstairs! Freaking the fuck out. FBI starts shooting at him from the helicopters.
Did you mention that they were hurrying the hostages up on the roof?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you did.
I think I did. I don't know. If not, everybody, you just found out. So, all that. And now here is part of a little backstage. Fun fact. So
Backstage pass.
The Fox Plaza, I did say earlier, I believe, that there were lawyers underneath them.
Yes.
The lawyers got so pissed off by the shooting of the guns and everything that they were not allowed to film until after 5 p.m. when the lawyers left the building. So the lawyers were like, we're done with your bullshit. We need to work. You're going to stop this shit. They had a strict time of after 5 p.m. Well, then the neighbors surrounding the Fox Plaza were like, this shit's annoying. Your lights are keeping us up. You're filming until fucking 3 a.m. Like, no, this shit needs to stop.
Yeah, it's like funny.
So,
like that's so LA.
Yeah.
Like you would think at I'm going to say normal state or city, I'm sure at first it happened, like hearing helicopters, guns, explosions. Holy shit, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
But in LA, it's kind of like, oh, God. Because you actually do get a notice when something's going to get shot in your area.
I got one, and fuck, I was living in a fucking dorm.
Yeah.
I got one for fucking one of the Law and Orders or some shit. Like, they were shooting on Hollywood Boulevard, like, not far from like my dorm or whatever.
Yeah.
And
one
fucking I got one randomly. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I live really close to that. There's this grocery store. I can't remember what it's called, but it's really, really small. They always shoot shows at this location. Desperate Housewives, American Horror Story, Cult, and The Mist. All shot at the same market that I grew up by my. I used to get my hair cut by there, but that gets shot there a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not super busy. Because it's a family-owned market, and of course it's more expensive. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they pay.
Who, the grocery
Like
store?
no, like the studios that film.
I'm sure
They have to
I'm
like
sure
pay.
Because you got to get licenses. You got to do all kinds of shit. That's the
close
thing.
at weird
I
hours.
remember talking to a friend back in LA, and he was like, he said and that's when we moved back out here. When we moved out here to Missouri, when I was like, yeah, dude, when we get our friends that want to film, which none of them seem to want to, but, easier said than done. But I was talking to a friend and I was like, dude, it's just so expensive to do anything. Like, if you want to film something out here, you got to get licensed. You got to fucking call the police if you want to do like a robber scene in a fucking drugstore or some shit. You got to get a guy. And he said the coolest fucking thing to me. He goes, yeah, it's funny that you're in Missouri. He was like, a friend of mine moved to Kansas City, Missouri. And he does film out there.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does film out there. And he was like, I was kept in touch with him, and I go, how you doing? And he goes, dude, I'm out here in Kansas, and I went to the cop, and I called the police department. I said, hey, I'm going to do a robbery scene at a gas station. Can you have a cop come to me for the night between midnight and 1 and just have a cop on location so that, we don't get in trouble for doing the scene. Mm-hmm. And the police go, okay, how long? And he was like, just for 2 hours. Okay. And he goes, well, how much is that going to be? And they're going, nothing. We'll have a cop there. We'll have a car out there around that time. Didn't have to fucking pay shit for the fucking police to go and just stand out there. Yeah.
It's so expensive to film in LA. They don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of states in the Midwest, I know Louisiana is a really big state where...
That's kind of more south, too.
Yeah, more south, but they do a lot of shooting out there.
Like Atlanta, I think they do some filming in Georgia now and shit. And
yeah,
they don't
cheaper.
Film in LA anymore. They really don't.
And also, and really bad on LA for doing that because they lost a lot of money because of that. Mm-hmm. So,
and apparently, and I know this was back when we were still in school, so I don't know what it's like now. But apparently, I think LA was trying to do a thing where they were trying to make it to where you can only film in LA.
Oh, yeah, that's
if
right.
If you remember that.
Yes, I do.
I don't know where that went because I haven't honestly kept
haven't kept up with that.
Been trying to talk to our partner, fucking Tomas. Mm-hmm. I keep playing fucking phone tag with his ass, but that's fine.
Pick up the phone, you ginger.
Right. But back to we're getting to the end here, so let's keep it driving. So the Johnson & Johnson, they're shooting at what's his nuts, McClane, and then
because they think that he's one of the terrorists,
right? So then finally Hans blows the bridge. Johnson & Johnson get fucked up and they blow up. Fun fact to that helicopter, you gotta love it, dude. I love. What does it tell you? Mm-hmm. When this scene in this movie in 1988...
I know where you're going.
When the building is blowing the fuck up and the helicopter blows the fuck up, looks so good, so realistic, towards nowadays CGI bullshit. Mm-hmm. What the fuck does that tell you when it looks so good? And that was a model and a fucking remote control helicopter.
Yeah, they did a scale model of the top of the building, and
and a remote control fucking helicopter. It looks more fucking realistic than nowadays CGI.
Laziness, I think.
I don't know, and I can't because I don't do CGI. I don't know.
We know that there is a lot of work that goes into it, but
is it that much cheaper? Because from what I heard, CGI is not much cheaper. So why not go the fucking realistic route and do more realistic things? Is it a time management thing? Because this movie, and again, did so fucking well and has such a huge following, not only cult, but just in genuine, like fucking...
Yeah,
everybody fucking loves this movie.
Or they know of it.
Right. So, what the fuck does it tell you when you take chances like that? Like, this movie filmed, I think, in like 10 months.
Yeah.
You know?
It was quick.
So, don't tell me that fucking CGI is, if it's more expensive and you're fucking wasting time and money on CGI... And maybe it is cheaper. I don't fucking know. But maybe it makes it faster to film. Who the fuck knows? But anywho, that's the thing.
Yeah, we've said it a bunch of times, but we'll keep on saying it. CGI looks more fake than a teeny little scale model.
Right.
And a toy helicopter. Like, shit.
Right. So that's, that's what they did, and that's what made it look great. So John now fucked up. He
did like the hose thing, right?
Yeah, he did the hose thing.
The fire hose.
Yeah, he ties himself to a fire hose, jumps down, and he shoots his way into the building and is able to get away from that. So he finally meets up with Hans. Hans has Holly, and the American country fuck is the only one left. Mm-hmm. Except for, obviously, Leo, who we didn't really bring up too much. Leo and Argyle have this goofy little thing. I really don't like bringing this up because I really don't think it was necessary. But Leo goes down into the parking lot and pulls an ambulance out of the truck.
Which they didn't have at the opening of the film.
No.
Yeah, that that idea for the ambulance came while they were shooting.
Yeah.
And this was during the end. So even, the director, I think, was just like...
McTiernan and... So D'Souza was like... When they all watched it for the first time, when it was all cut together, D'Souza and everybody was like...
Like the first screening of it?
Yeah, the first screening, everybody was like... Where's the fucking ambulance? Like, they saw everybody coming out, and they were like, there's no ambulance in the back of the truck. Everybody's going to freak out. Fucking McTiernan was like, you know what? At this point, fuck them. If they don't see it, they don't see it. And it's such a quick shot of them coming out of the truck that if you're first watching, you probably won't notice it.
True. And then when I watched it again last night when you were at work, I looked for it.
Yeah.
You really can't tell because there is like a little section where you see something that's white.
It's a dozen dudes walking out of a big fucking truck.
Yeah, that's what you're more going to focus on.
You're not
the bad guys.
Yeah, you're not going to focus on the fucking back of a truck.
The background, Come on. Yeah.
So it did work.
It worked.
So it was like smart on them for that, and it was a great idea. Mm-hmm. Of let's get that we're going to make them think we're dead, and then we're going to get in an ambulance, and we're going to fucking drive off, and we're going to,
Because obviously, ambulance and the fire people are going to show up.
Yeah, and Hans was fucking excited because now he only had to split fucking 3 ways. Because, it was
everyone else is dead.
Everybody else is dead, so it's going to be great.
He's going to be rich.
So, John comes up. John's out of bullets, and he's only got 2 left.
That's right.
So John comes up and he looks like shit, and he's just like, Hans!
Honey, I'm coming.
Hey, honey. Shit like that. And Hans is like sitting there, points the gun at him.
What did you say?
Fucking Randy Travis is sitting there, like wanting to grab his gun, and Randy Travis is like, I don't know if I'm gonna grab it. What do I do? And Hans is like, don't do it. Well, he goes, throw down the gun, Mr. McClane. John throws down the machine gun, which was empty. Mm-hmm. And then Randy Travis grabs a fucking gun. Mm-hmm. And he is just like pointing it at him.
This gets kind of corny for me. So this is a really high intense scene, bad guy against good guy.
Yeah, it's a good, bad, and the ugly standoff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Hans makes that joke like, "Oh, what did you say? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker."
Motherfucker. He didn't even say motherfucker.
And then Hans laughs. McClane laughs.
Randy Travis laughs.
He starts laughing. Like, it was just kind of like corny. Like, oh my God, we're all in the joke. This is really, really funny.
Right.
But then, oh my God, we're serious again.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden John shoots him. Happy trails, Hans. He fucking shoots Hans. And then he shoots Randy Travis in the head.
Because he stuck the gun with tape.
Yeah, on his back.
On his back,
Smart.
Yeah. Smart. Fucking smart.
So Hans is hanging on to fucking Holly McClane, and it was all like, oh my God. And then John takes the watch, and here's the watch.
The watch.
That nobody knows anything the fuck about, that wasn't mentioned. It's just a fucking watch. John takes it the fuck off, and then Hans falls. Fun fact, here we go.
Yeah.
Hans, Alan Rickman, did this fall.
He did.
This was a 30-foot fall. Now, in my experience, I only have like 15, 20 feet of a high fall. XP of experience points. I've only done that, and that's pretty fucking high.
I've never done any type of fall. I'm mad that I didn't get to do any of that shit.
Yeah, when I did the high fall, it was about 15 feet, 20 feet. And it's stupid that we only did that because, when you go to auditions for stunt choreography, they want 30 feet. Oof. They want fucking 30 feet, which is what he did. He did a 30-foot high jump. Now, when you go to, the Recplex or something, they've got, a 20-foot fucking... When you go to your, city's fucking pool or Recplex or whatever the fuck they call it, they've got, that 20-foot, 15-foot high jump for the pool.
Right.
You can go and jump and do all that shit. So Hans is hanging, and then the stunt coordinator was all like, they're going to release you on the count of 3.
On 3.
Yeah, and Alan Rickman's like, okay. He's just 1, 2, and then the stunt guy let Alan Rickman go, and Alan Rickman was like, fuck, freaking the fuck out. And you see that in the film. That was the first take, one and done. They were like,
one and done.
Yeah, they were like, done.
Yeah, so his fear was legit fear.
Legit fear because he was afraid of heights. They let him go, and he was just freaking the fuck out. So it was really good.
How perfect is that? And it's funny, I'm glad that we got to learn how the fall was done because I thought when we first watched it that they did this other camera trick that if anyone ever went to Universal Studios Hollywood back in the day, there were these backstage shows where you get to see how things were made, and another one was how certain stunts were done.
Yeah.
And the one with the stunts was all about Alfred Hitchcock and his movies. And there's this one movie, I can't remember what it is, but one guy, these two guys are up at the Empire State Building in New York, and they're holding on. One guy's about to fall, and the other guy's holding on to him. His thing rips, and then he falls. Mm-hmm. You can be an audience member and actually do some of the stunts.
No shit.
And there's this machine, this huge machine, where it's kind of like your gamer chair.
Yeah.
And it leans back, and also there's this camera right on top of your head. And then when the fall happens, the actor leans back from the chair and does the and the camera that's on a rail pans up, and that's what made the effect of falling.
Yeah.
That's what I thought happened. I didn't know it was a legit fall. But I guess that would be an older camera trick before those type of stunts maybe. But it was a cool thing to see, but that's awesome that it was a legit fall and a legit fear for your life.
Right. Yeah. So then we go back to Argyle. Now, I want to talk about this.
Okay.
So Argyle's in the fucking
garage
the entire
time.
fucking time. And yeah, he's listening to his music and it's booming and
talking
it's
on the
bomb,
phone.
bomb, bomb. There are gunshots happening. There are fucking bombs blowing up. You don't hear any of this shit. You don't hear fucking jack shit. Again, it's it's Hollywood, but why was Argyle in it?
But didn't it get to a point where Argyle can hear what he got on the frequency of the radio?
No. I don't think so.
Are you sure? Because there was a moment I heard Argyle laughing about something. I can't remember what he was laughing about, but I thought it was through the radio.
Wait, you're fucking right.
Okay.
You're right. You're absolutely fucking right.
I thought I was crazy.
No. I don't think they really lead up to where that, though. Do they lead up to that?
I don't remember. I just remember there being that moment. I can't remember what McClane said, but it made people laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So maybe,
but I don't remember if it fucking led up to that or not. But if they showed why. But anywho, Argyle has this moment where he sees the ambulance coming out of the truck, and then he randomly just fucking runs into the ambulance, gets out, punches Leo in the face, and then boom, one and done.
Yeah.
And now, John, Holly are coming out. John sees Reginald Vell Johnson for the first time. He sees Al. And he's all like, oh my God, Al. They have this bromance love.
This music, and it's in slow motion.
And it's more loving than when him and Holly got together.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, you got me through this.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, yeah.
Yeah, which is understandable.
And I loved that.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I loved that. And then here comes Dwayne Johnson, and he's coming up, and he's all like, I want to talk to you, mister.
Yeah.
Principal Dwayne Johnson.
You mess with the bull, you got the horns.
Right.
You're mine.
So he's coming up, and he's freaking the fuck out, and then here comes Carl out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you go back and if you watch it, Carl does have his hand over the chain, so he wasn't necessarily getting choked.
Right.
He just probably got knocked out, like you said, from getting hit from the wall.
Yeah,
he probably got knocked unconscious.
And then he luckily came to and got himself out of that.
So that's probably where that went, which makes it more realistic. But he just rips a fucking blanket off, and then here's the fucking gun. What I hated was the SWAT guys that just see him fucking rip this gun out, and then they turn around and start running into the building. I was like, what the fuck is this? And you got all these women going, freaking the fuck
SWAT.
out. And then Bruce is freaking out. And then here we go. Al fucking shoots Carl. And
pulls out his gun.
Pulls out his gun! And then he fucks Carl up. And he kills somebody.
Does the kill shot.
Yeah, and then John is like, oh my god, Al. Freaking out, And then they get into the limo, kiss, John and Holly, excuse me. They get into the limo, they kiss, movie's over. Done.
Yeah.
So, would you watch this film without me?
No.
Yeah.
I can see it being a staple Christmas movie for, I'm going to say it, mostly men. But there were just so many parts of the movie that, it was action-packed, but it just got so boring.
Yeah.
At times. And I've only seen the movie before we've watched it one other time. And that was not that long ago. I would say like 10, like when I was like in my 20s, I think, when I first watched it. But I don't know. It's not for me. If other people want to watch it, like I have no problem watching it, but no, by myself, no.
Right.
Yeah.
No, No, understandable. Yeah. I do really like this movie. I do. There were some things that I was like, before I watched what we watched on Netflix, I was like, dude, I just wish they could have done other things. Because personally, my favorite out of the Die Hards, Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's my favorite. But this one, it's the first. It's good. It's great. So, all right, what do you got in store for me next week?
Well, since I was wrong earlier, it was the other day, I said that your next pick would be Christmas. No, it's
yours is Christmas.
Mine is Christmas.
Yeah, yours is Christmas.
That put a lot of pressure on me.
Good.
And I was looking up, because your pick, Die Hard, was very macho, the dude's Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I want to do something for the ladies.
Do it.
Do for the ladies.
Merry Christmas, gals.
And the obvious pick would have been Love Actually, but there are so many characters to keep track of.
Yeah.
It will get confusing. And I thought of another movie, which maybe I'll do eventually, but I'm going to go with Just Friends.
I honestly, I don't know this one.
Ryan Reynolds, Anna Faris, and the other chick, I can't remember her name.
Is this the one where he's fat in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know this one.
Yeah.
That's as far as I got.
Yeah, romantic comedy. It's considered, because it's during Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right, everybody. So, thank you all again for joining us.
Yes.
Glad to have you. Guys, please like, subscribe, follow. We really appreciate those.
Yeah, and also, like, share with your friends if you know anyone that would be into what we're saying, what's coming out of our mouths.
Yeah.
Give us a share. We've had a couple friends of the pod share us, which we really appreciate. We are on Twitter, movies_pod. Instagram, we are movies.contemplation_pod. We have an email, movies.contemplation@gmail.com. And we're on Facebook, Movies and Contemplation.
Yes.
So we are everywhere. If you have any questions, shout out, dedication, affirmation you want to give us,
Let us know.
let us know.
All right, our childrens. We'll see you guys next week with the Just Friends.
Yes.
Give it a watch.
Friend
And then
zone.
come back and listen. We'll talk to you cats later. Bye.
Goodbye.